I'm Euan Murdoch. I'm the Chief Executive of Chamber Music New Zealand, and I guess along with being Chief Executive, it sounds very high and mighty. I'm very proud to say that I'm a cellist first and foremost, and music teacher. I grew up playing in this contest in Invercargill when I was a young man. Since I've had many students take part in the contest, I've coached groups, I've coached winning groups, I've coached groups that haven't done as well as they'd hoped to, and I've also been an adjudicator many times, and one of my favourite jobs really, getting around the country and seeing where all the talent is. And now I guess I'm overall responsible for this event, and it is a truly extraordinary event. Thinking back to the vision of the folk that set it up back in 1965 was when it was first held. Extraordinary vision really, that they saw this opportunity to get students, young people playing chamber music. They realised that was the future for chamber music because it is a participatory sport. And so there's nothing quite like getting students playing chamber music. They need to be of a certain level before they can begin to play. So I guess it made sense that it started in secondary schools rather than primary schools. All told, over 500 groups continue to enter each year, and it's not only an extraordinary event for New Zealand, but it's an event which is unique in the world. I've looked around all pockets of the world, and when I talk to my colleagues and friends about this event, they just light up and say, if only we had something like this in our country. New Zealand has it. The idea of this event is that it's for everyone. It's really an opportunity, provided your group is 8 or less in the group, and that there are not too many of you who are plugged in to perform, then it's for all types. So we've had swing that I've adjudicated, we've certainly had jazz groupings, some elements of rock. I mean, I particularly remember a group I tutored when I was a cello teacher up in Auckland, where we did a piece for cello, solo cello and rock band. It was fantastic. The cellist was Ashley Brown, now the cellist in the New Zealand trio. Taking part in this event, in this contest, is really, it's critical for individual development, but it's really critical for team work, for team development. And there are very few opportunities where you can really nurture that team. Very often if I'm talking to colleagues about this and people that perhaps are not involved in music or in the arts, and I'll liken it to a team sport. And that idea that you have to be very fit, you have to be very agile and alert, and you can only ever play as well as the person beside of you, the person who delivers you the pass. And this is exactly the same as chamber music. It's about all parts coming together and creating something that no one person could have done on their own. So if you're asking about what's in it for students, there is some reflective learning that happens as being part of a small group, which you'll not ever experience on your own. For me, chamber music is absolutely my favourite, as the art form I'm passionate about. And there's nothing better than seeing the next generation, the future of chamber music, in the hands of the talent that we have in this country. So if you're asking me what I enjoy the most out of it, it's to realise that when I stop playing chamber music, whenever that is, and I stop going to my colleagues and friends and being able to play, that I know that it's in really safe hands. And gosh, when you look and see the talent that comes through this event, and we see them coming back on our regional tours, on our main stage events in the Kaleidoscopes concert season, there's a rich vein of talent that runs right through this country, and it doesn't show any sign of slowing up. In fact, I'd say that it's getting richer as we go on. That inspires me. I guess the last thing I want to do is to wish you all the very best of luck with this. I don't think you need luck, because actually if you've done your work, you will have done the rehearsal, you will have done your planning and all of that kind of stuff, and you'll be prepared for anything that happens on the day. And look, one of my very favourite pieces of advice is from a comedian who's perhaps a little bit out of favour these days, and that's Woody Allen. But here it goes anyway, and he says that 95% of success is just turning up on the day. So we really look forward to seeing you there, and I particularly look forward to hearing you play.